Hi, my name is Harlan Schillinger. I'm a director of marketing for Network Affiliates. Network Affiliates is a full-service advertising agency. We have been established since 1981, and we're celebrating, thank goodness, our 30th year in business. We currently work with about 90 markets, 90 law firms around the country. I guess one of our biggest claim to fame is that we pioneered legal advertising. When I talk about synergistic advertising, that's a generic term towards making everything work. What I'm specifically going to hone in on in the conference is 3 screens. How do you make television, how do you make internet, and how do you make mobile all work together for your law firm? With all the emerging medias, I think dealing with social media is a fact of life. If you not dealing with social media now, where will you be in 5 years? How far down the road will you be? It is a fact of life. Whether Facebook stays around or another social media content comes up, dealing with reviews, Google reviews, and so on is all social media. It's a form of communication. You can't get away from it. It is a fact of life. The emerging mobile markets, I think you have to pay attention to it. The reality is that the majority of people in this country have smartphones. You can't walk into a mobile store and not come out with a smartphone. The interesting thing about a smartphone is there are more smartphones that are acting as computers, they are computers, than there are PCs. So if you want to learn to communicate with somebody, you have to understand what the current, opportunities are. If a person listens to what we have to say and the subject matter on the 3 screens, they will pay attention to their messaging. They will pay attention to their internet, and they will absolutely understand and pay attention to mobile marketing. And think about how you can marry the 3. If you utilize each one of those on an individual basis without any correlation between or synergistic tie-in between each of them, it's kind of like driving a truck and each wheel is doing its own thing, going in a different direction. You've got to have everything moving in the right direction, in the same direction, all pulling at the same time. Well, the very first thing I think they should do while they're listening to the presentation, immediately after, and particularly when they get home, is sit down and look exactly what they're doing right now. Look very, very hard into your television and your internet, and whether you are or not embracing and understanding mobile communication. The very first thing is messaging on television, having a very smart, very poignant, and a very deliberate message that resonates with people. Following that through to the internet, the best question I think that you could ask a caller that calls into your law firm is, have you had an opportunity to see our website? If you continue to ask, where did you see us last? What television show? And berate people for an answer and looking for a specific answer on, well, where did you see me last? You're never going to get a straight answer. If you ask the question, where have you had an opportunity to see our website, there are 2 answers, yes or no. And you'll find that the majority of people will say yes. At that point, you'll find that they'll also tell you that, yes, I also saw you on television, I saw you on this, but if you can determine whether they're sitting on your website and you drove traffic to your website, you can ask a lot of other questions that are unobtrusive, and you'll get much better answers. The thing they do is work smarter, and their money works smarter for them. We feel very strongly about the value of the case. Number one, yes, you want more phone calls. Everyone wants more phone calls. And then the next question is, well, I want better phone calls. Well, what is better phone calls? By understanding and really fishing in a different pond and understanding mobile marketing and coordinating all of your marketing efforts, my goal is to bring better cases into an office. Better cases meaning higher value, more stable clients, more productive business, which absolutely, unequivocally, without any question, affects your bottom line. They're losing out on a fantastic opportunity. And what I say is, we invited them, we reserved a seat for them, we will find somebody that is more interested in paying attention to their business to sit in it. Because if they're not paying attention to their business, somebody else will take it from them. And that is a fact of what's going on in this country right now. Young, more aggressive, more technological lawyers are graduating from school, leaving bigger practices, going into markets where there are very, very well-established marketers and advertisers and lawyers. And the lawyers that are sitting on their hands are losing their businesses. They're losing their businesses because what they have is to lose, not to gain. They're non-competitive. I like to follow the money. Smart people think that we do have something to say. You know, is it worth going to the overall meeting? Absolutely. This overall meeting is one of the best meetings in the United States. You will not find better vendors, better ideas, a better mix of people that are all looking to prosper and move in the right direction with credibility than at Ken Hardison's meeting. And I very, very strongly feel that way.